Hey guys, what is going on? This is car number 5, and today we have another gameplay for you guys. Ranked seasons, trying to get to the World Series. We're playing the Coyote Bad Guys, however you want to say that. He's pitching Arrieta. I'm pitching Nolan Ryan, 92 Nolan Ryan. This is pretty much Ryan's debut for ranked seasons. As you guys can see, we have Hanley, Seager, Ripken. I think I was playing Hanley at first base this game. Opponent is 21-14. We are 9-0. And we are playing at Wrigley. The first few innings, it was pretty difficult to pick up the ball. And this guy was a Cubs fan apparently. And I was really nervous facing Arrieta here because it was struggling. I was struggling picking up the ball. You see the hitter's eye is not the greatest. So I was trying to be patient, trying to get some pitches I can drive. I will say my opponent, he wasn't like probably the best pitcher. I don't know, he's just kind of wild. But hitting, this is probably one of the better hitters that I played in a while. So this is definitely a very entertaining game. You see we're trying to just battle here with Trout. Showing you guys the whole at bat here. Just trying to pick up some tendencies from my opponent. We get to a 2-1 count. Throws me a slider straight down. 2-2 count. 2 strikes. Now it's time to choke up. Try to put the ball in play. Try to get on base with Trout. And then a 2-2 pitch. Throws a sinker down and in. We get just enough of it and fight it through the infield. To get on base to lead off the game. So good AB by Trout. That's going to bring up the created player Kenny Powers. We work it to a full count with Kenny Powers. So you can already see this is how you work counts, guys. Actually, Kenny Powers got out, my bad. And then Ed Matthews came up, worked it to a full count. We did a hit and run here. Worked out perfectly. We went first to third with Trout. So we do have one out there. Didn't show the Powers a bat. Then Dawson comes up 1-1 count. Trying to look for a pitch to drive here middle in. Kind of throws a hanging slider down and in. He's thrown it a few times already and just kind of stayed with it and connected and hit it down the line. So that's going to score a run. We're going to go ahead and take a 1-0 lead, which is huge off Arrieta. I want to try to work the pitch count up and try to get an early lead to get to his bullpen. Then Griffey comes up, throws a looked like, I don't know if that was a slider or what that was, but he makes a nice play, but his guy is not even covering. I think I would have been safe anyways, but that was a nice play by him. You see we already have 23 pitches. For some reason, we chased the slider. Again, this is where it starts to get difficult to pick up the ball. And then 26 pitches. Arrieta, we get a sinker high in the zone. Didn't do enough damage with it, though. Kind of hit off the end of the bat. We did hit it hard, but it was right at his shortstop. Now we have Nolan Ryan. And I will say when I first used him, I was struggling to hit my spots, but I was mixing up pitches the best I can. I looked like a changeup, kind of straight down, missed our spot. And he just easily hits it out to left center. And the next batter, 1-2 count. Again, I missed my freaking spot again. I'm throwing it down the middle. I knew after that point I'm going to go ahead and change the pitcher offset to see if I could be a little more accurate. I know this Nolan Ryan doesn't have the best control and best walks per 9, but I still feel like if you can get used to him and control him with analog. Basically, it's all user input at this point. I just have to pitch better. You can see I hit my spot a little bit better, but he kind of inside outs it. I don't know where the pitch was. I don't think I got it in all the way. I don't really think he should have probably hit that out. And I think the wind might have been blown out too, man. Like every time we play at Wrigley, it's always a slugfest. So I knew this guy was going up against a pretty decent hitter. He was just hitting everything. Thankfully, we were able to get a out here with a Miggy. I think he was playing the 98 Miggy. And then Holiday comes up, 2 outs. He got on base with Holiday, and that brought up Reggie Jackson. I threw a changeup out of the zone. But he hits it up the middle. Ball finds a hole through the infield. I just want to get out of this inning, man. Like he's got 2 guys on, full count. Vin's over stuff. I'm gonna try to throw him something high and away. We get him out in front of it, but he pulls off of it, and that's gonna score a run since he sent the runners. We did give up a few home runs this inning, but we also had some bad luck go against us. And this guy, I couldn't strike him out. And that's the thing with Nolan Ryan. He doesn't really have any horizontal movement for his pitches. It's just all up and down. And I was mixing up my pitches pretty well. Here we throw a fastball middle in. We do jam him, and we're able to get to this, fortunately, because that could have been a blue pit and scored another run. So we're down 3-2 in the first inning. We have our work cut out for us, though. Cal Ripken leads off the inning. Kind of chased the slider down and away. Kind of hit a lazy fly out there to center field. He's got McCutcheon in center. And then pitcher didn't do anything. Try to work some pitches. We're at 34 pitches, and with Trout here, go ahead and swing at the first pitch. I didn't keep my PCI all the way in though, and it's kind of late on it, so terrible at bat. And really nothing there that inning, but we go ahead and we'll try to give Nolan Ryan another chance. Throw a fastball way above the letters there, almost at his head, and he chased it. So I'm trying to see if I could exploit that a little bit more. Here we completely missed our spot, but we were able to get a ground out for it. And we're able to get out of that inning. So we're going to move on to the third. We have our creative player up. Got under the sinker a little bit, and that's what I do. I overcompensate a lot against the sinker. Sometimes it takes me a while to get used to it, but I was just under that a little bit. I thought the sinker would break a little bit more downward, but I was under it. Weak fly out. Then Matthews comes up, hit it pretty decently. He makes another good play over at second, and that's going to be an out. So we have 2 down there. Dawson comes up, 2-2 count. I get a sinker middle in. I thought I hit it pretty well. I don't think I squared it up all the way, but my timing was good. And his shortstop, his creative guy at shortstop makes a nice little play. So he's showing the leather, making some nice defensive plays, and it's 3-2 at this point. I knew this was probably going to be a good game, a slugfest, and I thought he might have hit this out too, but it's going to be hit to the warning track. Trying to lock in there, and we get an out. It just seemed like anything this guy was hitting, man, he was getting under the ball perfectly. I don't know if he was just doing that intentional, or the wind was just blowing out, or what. But here's another home run. I was trying to throw a changeup away, and I hung it a little bit. Again, a lot of these home runs are my fault. Just missing my spots, just bad pitching. Again, this is the first time I pitched to Ryan, so we're down 4-2, giving up a lot of bombs. And Reggie Jackson comes up, and he's gonna hit one into the gap. We're able to cut it off though and keep him at 1. Nice play by Griffey there. And at this point, I just want to get through the inning. It's probably gonna be a bullpen game. He has Zobrist up. Our pitch count is still not too bad, but at this point, I'm just trying to win the game. I don't really care too much. And again, we throw another pitch down the middle, and luckily he didn't hit it too hard. It was a ground out to our second baseman. So go ahead and fast forward to the next inning. Griffey comes up with an 0-2 count. Kind of fights off a single, hits it up the middle in center field. So we do have a runner leading off the inning for us, and then Hanley comes up 2-1 count. Tries to get us chase on that slider again. Last time we struck out, and then 3-1 count. Tries to throw a changeup away and just missed a spot. I think this guy was using meter pulse or something. He wasn't that accurate, but his hitting was pretty good. Then Corey Seager comes up. He throws a sinker away. I kind of hit it off the end of the bat a little bit. Should have went with it, but it's going to be deep enough to tag up. So we're going to have first and third and 1 out. We're going to have a crucial situation coming up here. We need to get this run in. We have Cal coming up, so I'm looking for something. Actually, no, it was 1-1 count. I don't remember what I was looking for in this particular at bat, but I get kind of lucky here. I fight it off for a jammed hit. I don't remember if I was trying to do that or not. Probably not, but we go first to third. So that's kind of the one downside of Arrieta. I know a new 99 Arrieta just came out, and this is the live series Arrieta. But man, you get that sinker out in the hands, and you just can get BS'd. Like, that was a BS hit. But we decided to take Nolan Ryan out. I want to pinch hit Lou Brock. He avoids double plays because of his speed. He has enough power to elevate the ball. But we kind of hit a little roller off the end of the bat. My opponent makes a bad decision and goes home with it. He should have just took the out and just, conceded that run there. It would have been 4-4 with 2 outs. So I'm not sure what he was thinking. That was definitely a mistake on his part. Then 3-2 count. Go ahead and send the runners. This is Mike Trout. Hits one into the gap. Now both runs are going to score. Like I said, he should have just took that out. Now there's still only 1 out, and we go up 6-4. Big hit by Trout. He's having himself a pretty good game. And that's going to bring up Kenny Powers. Again, only 1 out. He decides to go ahead and walk Kenny Powers. Opponent was just, he was willing to put guys on base, which I'm not always a big fan of. It can be really risky. And here we send the runners again. We got first and second. So that opens up another base, but he brought in the Billy Wagner. I think this is the Impact veteran Wagner. And he kind of jammed us with a fastball middle in. I should have hit that a little better. Wasn't ready for that fastball, I guess. So that's a big out by him, because all we had to do was elevate the ball there, and we could have scored another run. Then Dawson comes up. He decides to put him on base, and it's going to be Griffey with bases loaded, 2 outs. We're going to be facing the Wagner. And he throws me I think that was a changeup down, and we hit it decent, but right at his first baseman. So left some runners stranded. We decided to go with Cheesecek, Pat Nashek, whatever you want to call him. I used him for a few games. I don't think I have him in my bullpen anymore. Interesting pitcher, though. He wasn't too bad. Just kind of cheesy. Like, I don't really like using him too much. Kind of reminds me of, like, everybody used him in MLB 15. It just got so annoying. But opponent gets a good hit there. Hits a double down the left field line. Then he hits one off the pitcher. He's just, like, hitting Nashek. This guy's hitting, like, everything, man. Like, I got Nolan Ryan and Nashek who have some of the best fastball changeup speed differentials in the game. And he's I don't know, for whatever reason, I just couldn't fool this guy. So his first and third, nobody out. I know I had my work cut out for me. Gonna go ahead and show this whole at bat here. We got it to a 2-2 count. He just keeps fouling off pitches. Fouls off another pitch. He decides to, he tried sending the runner there. And then next pitch, 2-2. Try to get him to chase something here. Completely missed my spot. So it's going to be a full count. And then I think I was just trying to throw a sinker in on his hands here. We do throw a pretty good sinker. He was sending the runner, so he has to go back. And we're able to, we have just enough room and foul territory there to make the play. So that's going to be one down. Now he's got catch up. We got it to a 1-1 count. He finally does steal second. For whatever reason, I couldn't get the meter to come up there. But we get it to a 1-2 count. He's able to battle and work it to a 3-2 count. And I throw another sinker on the hands. I mean, this guy just would not go away. And so I finally decided to go with a slider here. A front door slider. See if I can get him looking. I think I could get him if I can just spot this pitch. And I hit it perfectly and get him looking. So that's a big out there because now we have 2 outs. He's got his created player coming up. Decided to go ahead and pitch to him. Like I said, I don't like putting guys on base a lot because I feel like it just eventually you're just gonna give up a bomb, and I don't know. I like to make them earn it, even though it is his cap. Now if the game is on line, it'd be a different story. But we get a big strike out there with a changeup down and in, get him swinging and missing. So that's some clutch pitching by Nashek. And we're able to get out of that little mini jam. So it's 6-4 at this point. Now my opponent made a mistake. He brought his infield in the previous inning and he forgot to change it. And that kind of gave his third baseman a bad animation there on otherwise a routine ground ball. So we do get a runner on there. And then he walks Corey Seager. Like I said, he was pretty wild, so I was being pretty patient. And then Ripken comes up. First pitch, we're looking for something away there. We just drive it to down the right field line. And that's going to score a lot of runs. Wrigley has, you know, deep right field and left field. And that's going to be an easy triple for Cal. And that's going to score 2 more runs. We're going to go up 9-4. Take out Cheesecheck. Go ahead and bring in Freddie Freeman off the bench. I go kind of back and forth with Freeman and Votto. First pitch, I thought I hit this pretty well, and I thought this initially was going to go foul. But it stays fair, and, you know, whatever. I'll take that. It's going to be another run. So Freeman does his job off the bench. That's going to go ahead and make the score. What is the score? 9-4. Okay, so it was 8-4. Now it's 9-4. We got 1 out here. Still trying to add some insurance runs because this guy can hit. He's got Trout to 2 strikes. We lay off a slider there. He's got Iglesias in at this point. Work it to a full count. And then he throws a changeup. He just missed his spot completely. Like, it was a bad pitch. So we work a walk there with Trout. Kenny Powers comes up. Take that pitch there. Like I said, I was being really patient, trying to wear out his bullpen. Took out Arrieta early in the game. You see he still has his infield in, and it screwed him up here because if that was in double play depth, he may have been able to turn that. But Kenny Powers is able to run that out. And that's going to bring up Matthews, give him a second chance. And this was a pretty good at bat. 0-2 count. Tries to go with a changeup. I don't even know like what he was trying to throw there. If he has to be using meter. And we're able to hold our swing there, and we still second with 2 strikes. So we worked it to a 2-2 count now. Go ahead and practice swing. See what he's gonna throw me. And then he throws me another. That looked like a low. I don't know if that was a changeup or sinker. That was a sinker. And I'm able to lay off that pitch. So full count here. Iglesias throws a slider. I think that was a slider right down the middle, and we make him pay. We go up 11-4. Just some simple, silly mistakes by my opponent. He decided to go ahead and concede, which I was really kind of surprised because he was a very good hitter. We go up to 869. He was only 759 at that point. I bet that guy probably has made the World Series before. I don't really know. It's kind of hard to tell how good people are based on their ratings so far. And this is also like a couple weeks ago, I think, or a week and a half ago. But that was a good game. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed the video. This is Cardinal Bird 5 signing out. Peace.